I've got the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and this device came out 9 months ago. I've been using it since its launch, so I've got a lot to share with you guys about this with my use and my experience. But before I get right into it, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing to the channel. Our channel goal this year is 60,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer each and every day. Right now, at the time of this recording, we're at like 47,500, around 47,600 subscribers. So again, thank you all so much. It truly does mean a lot, and truly does help me push out more content to share with you all, and just, check out these devices and share my experience. So truly thank you all for subscribing. And if you haven't already, definitely be sure to subscribe, because lots of new content is coming very quickly and very soon. But let's talk about the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, starting things off with design. So here it is. This phone is thin, especially obviously when you unfold it. As you can see right here, it folds completely flat. And this is thinner than the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the OnePlus, I was going to say OnePlus 13, but OnePlus Open. And I think that does say a lot. So folded or unfolded, this feels sleek, it feels futuristic, and it feels premium. But it does feel a little bit heavy, and at least for me, it feels heavier than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. And that heft shifts towards the left side with the outer display due to the hinge and the thicker frame around the cover display. As you can see right here, especially with the Z Fold 6, we don't really get that. Just like that, we get more on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Even the OnePlus Open isn't, as the same. It's not the same as the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. So this does stand out, but it's not a huge deal breaker. I just wanted to point it out though. Now the 6.3-inch cover display, it's usable, it's bright, and it's fluid. It's just a regular conventional smartphone, so you can use it without ever opening and using the inner display. But again, the chunky bezels and the asymmetrical frame. Forget the bezels, just the frame right here is kind of what throws me off. But again, it's not a huge deal breaker. Like, it's functional, but visually it slightly clashes with the modern vibe the rest of the phone pulls off so well. And I'm going to get to that because the inner display really does give off a modern vibe. I mean, opening up this 8-inch display, larger than the Z Fold 6, which has a 7.6, I believe, and the OnePlus Open, which has a 7.8-inch display. It's expansive, it's immersive, it's excellent for multitasking, for reading, and best of all, content consumption. Now the crease, it's visible, and when you run your finger through it, yeah, you can feel it, but it's subtle enough to fade away during actual use. Like, the only reason why I'm stating it, because I've had people ask me, what about the crease? Like, that's a question. What about the crease? Yeah, what about it? It's not really an issue, especially once you get into using the phone, you forget that it's even there. But I think Google did a really good job with the design of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Now, it's not just the design, but also the software and the performance where Google has been able to continue to shine. It's currently running Android 15 with Pixel UI, with this Material U. And for me, I don't know, it just makes me feel productive. Like, I like getting work done on here. But I throw on everything at it, at least like what I usually do on a phone. Like, I'm watching YouTube videos, and I'll have like a YouTube video pulled up as well as like Threads or X, and I'm like kind of going through my feed and seeing what's new. And then, I'm emailing brands and sponsors, just staying up to date with my emails. And then obviously browsing the web, using it to take photos and videos, calling and texting, just the typical things, but also playing games like Call of Duty and Clash of Clans. And I'm telling you, it hasn't suffered at all. Like, it hasn't lagged. It's been very smooth throughout every single task that I've thrown at it. The Tensor G4 chip, we know by now, it's not the most powerful chipset on the market, but that is completely okay. But it's got 16 gigs of RAM, and I know having, a lot of devices nowadays, they're kind of adding more RAM because of having some sort of AI, whether it's like Apple Intelligence with, Apple products, or whether it's Gemini with the Pixel products. But I'm glad that there are 16 gigs of RAM, and probably within the next couple of years, we'll start to see even more RAM in mobile devices. But day-to-day performance, it's fast and it's fluid. And even heavier tasks like, photo editing and multitasking, it's not going to slow things down. Now, again, like I said, it's not the fastest chipset, it's not the most powerful, it's not up there like Qualcomm's or Apple's like A18 Pro chipset, and especially when you compare it in like benchmark scores, but in real world performance, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. And don't forget, there's that 7 years plus of software support, so that really is a huge game changer if you ask me, because we're holding on to our phones much longer. So I think software is really good, software and the performance. Material U is one of my favorite custom UI skins, and One UI is up there as well. But like I said, I don't know, Pixel UI, Material U just makes me feel really productive. Sounds kind of weird, but you kind of have to use a Pixel to really understand. But let's get to the cameras, because they're really good, but they could have been better. And here's what I say about better. They could have literally just taken, Google could have taken the Pixel 9 Pro XL setup and just thrown it on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, because it has the Pro name in it, so and you're paying a premium, you're expecting to get a Pro level camera, like Pro camera quality, and you're getting solid results, but they're just not like Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's not an identical setup, which is kind of upsetting, but the main shooter still produces vivid, contrasty, and detail-rich photos, especially in daylight. And I've really come to like Google's computational photography. They've done a great job, and it continues to work its magic. I've been using Pixel devices since like Pixel 4a, like my personal devices, Pixel 4a to 5a, 6a, 7, pretty much all the Pixel A's, and including the 3a, and also like the 6 Pro, 7 Pro, 8 Pro, and now 9 Pro XL. No problems whatsoever. And yes, I pretty much named all the Pixels that I've personally used. But it's really good cameras, but I don't know, it just doesn't really, I think it undercuts the OnePlus. Like, it falls under the OnePlus Open, and it's like on par with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 in my use case. Now, you may agree or disagree that's completely okay, but it definitely could have been better. The battery life is surprisingly good, but it's not perfect. It has a 4,650 milliamp hour battery, and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold in the past 9 months has been, offering pretty good battery life. But by the end of the day, I do need to charge it. Like, I can't go to sleep and wake up and then expect to charge it, because the charging speeds are slow. Like, it'll last me an entire day, but it's not going to last me into the second day, especially if I'm using this inner display, which I like to quite often. Yeah, forget it. It's not going to last me at all. But if you are a light user, maybe even a moderate user, you're not going to have any problems with the battery life. It's easily getting you 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. Since I'm using it more often, it's not going to last me as long. So just do keep that in mind. Actually, not even just a tad bit. It's too slow. We're paying for a premium phone. I think we should have the best of the best specs. Fastest charging speeds, largest battery, best camera, whatever it may be, just throw it in there, because again, we're paying like $18, $19, sometimes even $2,000 for a foldable. But that's why I do have this case from Pitaka. It's got MagSafe, so I do get to wirelessly charge and use my MagSafe accessories in my studio and throughout my house. So it works out for me, but hopefully we'll see. But as of right now, it's not looking like it. Pixel 10 Pro Fold is probably going to have the same charging speeds. Maybe it'll get faster, who knows, but so far that's not what it's looking like. So keep in mind, battery life is good, charging speeds not so great. But here's what I have to say. The foldable experience is maturing, but it's still not the norm. I'll put it that way. Like, people still look at it like, why would you ever use a foldable? I've gotten that reaction many times, like, oh, sweet, that's a cool phone, but it doesn't seem practical. And I've had some conversations where they're not going to carry a foldable. They think, the phones they have in their pockets right now are super big, like the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the Galaxy S25 Ultra. They're already too large for them. They don't want to use like a mini quote-unquote tablet and carry that in their pocket. And when you ask them about downgrading to a smaller phone, they're like, well, that can't work either. So it's like, you're just going to have to pick up an iPhone 16, which is a 6.1 inch display. Pick up an iPhone 16. It's not a small sized phone, but it's not a huge sized phone. But it's maturing, but it's still in like a niche market. It's clear that Google has definitely improved from the original Pixel Fold. That's what I've definitely noticed. Now, using this device daily, it's, at least for me, it has highlighted how useful foldables can be. Whether I'm emailing, whether I'm watching full screen YouTube videos, whether I'm editing Google Docs on the go. Like sometimes I'll take a script from ChatGPT and throw it on Google Docs or onto my Notion, and I'll work around that way and call it multitask. I've really come to be productive on the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. I think it's a true productivity companion, but again, only if you want to adapt to that foldable lifestyle. Like if you're gonna buy a Pixel 9 Pro Fold just to use it for the outer display, I don't even know why you would buy a Pixel 9 Pro Fold. Go for a Pixel 9 or a Pixel 9 Pro. Don't buy the Fold unless you're gonna use that inner display. That's the whole point of this. But wrapping things up, I think this was like as close as we can get of being a super good foldable from Google, because essentially this is their second attempt at a foldable after their Pixel Fold. It's a weird name, 9 Pro Fold, but whatever. It's definitely sleeker, it's faster, it's far more refined. Its biggest strengths, if you ask me, the inner display, which is beautiful, great battery life, excluding the not so great charging speeds, and the software and the performance. And you're getting 7 years of software updates. I think it's a truly good phone and foldable, capable for work and for just, play. But for $1,800, there are some compromises for me that feels frustrating, like slower charging, a slightly dated exterior on the front with the bezels, and not having that flagship camera from the Pixel 9 Pro and Pro XL. But here's what I have to say. If you already own this, you've probably enjoyed the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and you'll probably end up keeping it because rumors show that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, there's not going to be too many changes. It's not going to be worth upgrading. If you're thinking about buying now, you might want to wait like 3-ish more months. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold could bring some needed polish to what's already a very promising formula. So again, it's really up to you. I would start to say kind of wait until Pixel 10 Pro Fold comes out. If it does come out and it didn't really meet your expectations, you can definitely pick up the Pixel 9 Pro Fold at a more affordable option. But that's been it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot and will help push my content out to more people. And definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Color Blast. I'll be leaving links in the description down below, and it really does go a long way in helping out the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.